What's up guys, welcome back to a new video, and this one's gonna be a Saint John In Case We Both Die Young update. This is gonna be update number 2. We haven't got too many news, but this one is probably gonna be the most news we've gotten so far on the whole Saint John situation and what's happening with the album. So yeah, you guys just stick in and let's go straight into it. So we're pretty much gonna start with what's been holding up the album, because obviously in the last one we did talk about that he was supposed to drop it in September. He said it out of his own mouth, but then last minute, I think about a month ago, or a month, I think, yeah, about a month plus ago, his label Hitco was pretty much bought out. Now that happens a lot. Usually labels get bought out from other labels or other bigger labels, but the problem was that they never let Saint John and his team know that they were being bought out, meaning his whole catalog is going to be sold to someone else. So they pretty much wanted to buy the whole catalog back, but by the time they found out it was being bought out, it was too late. The messed up part about the whole situation was that they never really told them they were buying it out. They did say that they were hearing rumors about it, but they were told that they were being denied. I don't know what was going on there. Hitco, that's very scummy of you guys. You guys definitely should not be playing around with artists, especially their masters, like that. But yeah, Saint and his team pretty much wanted to buy it out, but it was too late. And that just got me a bit wondering of how much does his masters or his whole catalog cost, because I kind of feel like it's kind of the same thing that Good Music was doing to Kanye when he was still in his deal. Now we all know Kanye had his whole thing with the Jews and all of that, and I'm definitely did not want to talk about it because you guys don't want to hear my opinion about that whole situation, because it's definitely I can make probably 2 videos about my whole opinion on the whole Kanye situation. We all know what happened to Kanye, and he wanted to get out of his deal, but they didn't want him to leave the deal because they knew he could afford his masters. So I think it was kind of that situation where they knew Saint could have afforded it, so they didn't want the biggest selling artist in their label to buy his own masters back, because essentially you're losing your biggest artist. So I think that's kind of the reason why they were being a bit shady, a bit scummy, and you see that a lot. Like, Kanye's been talking about this for a long time about labels being scummy, and we're not going to talk about who be running these labels, but does that leave us now? What's pretty much this whole situation now? And the whole situation is Saint John is currently independent. That's really good, considering I always said that he should have gone independent, because he really has a good core fan, and it doesn't really matter what type of media you're in. If you're news, music, any type of media, your core fans are really your most important part of your whole career. Because if you leave a situation or something really happens, the people that are always supposed to be there are the ones that you benefit the most off financially, and obviously because people love your music. So Saint John really does have a good core of fans, and anywhere he goes or who he signs with, his fans are going to be there with him. That's also obviously as long as he's dropping quality music, and as long as he's actually dropping music at the same time. While the World Was Burning was actually his last album with Hitco. The next album, In Case We Both Die Young, or Collection 2, was supposed to be his new album with I'm pretty sure, I don't know the whole situation. I went through the subreddit a few times. I did a little bit of research. I watched that one video that Biggs did with TMZ. I'm probably gonna play it for some of y'all who haven't seen it.
Well, Hitco sold their masters, their catalog to Concord. And, we were signed to Hitco, Saint was, and, working on this last album with them. And we didn't know that the company was being sold until it was too late. We was hearing rumors of it, but it was being denied. And by the time we heard it was being sold, we tried to step in to buy our own masters back. We was like, if you guys are gonna sell, we would have wished you came to us. Charles, who seemed to be leading that pact over there, him and L.A. Reid were partners, but they never came to us. Then they said it might be too late, because I guess an LOI was signed with Concord. And then by the time we reached out to Concord to try to buy the masters back, it was they were saying it's too late, because they see the advantage of having that in a catalog. And we tried to buy the whole Hitco with another group, and it just seemed like it was too late. So where we at now, fortunately, we was able to get out of the deal with Concord, and now we're independent, which isn't a bad thing, especially with the level of success that Saints had in the past years. I think probably I would say probably about 30 days before we heard rumors till maybe I guess paperwork was signed. Again, we were just we were being told things. Staff didn't seem to know. It was up in the air, so they kept it quiet, which obviously was fucked up on our part. You know, you got the biggest selling artist on your label, you know, to do that and just leave a bad taste in our mouth instead of giving us an opportunity, you know, to try to come in and buy or own something ourselves. Maybe they thought we couldn't or whatever the case is, but I just thought it could have been handled a different way. Obviously, you know, like the music landscape has been.
Pauses. I'm wondering how much does this masters cost? Oh God, I don't know. I know Drake just bought his, or I think it was a publishing deal. It was either a publishing deal or a distribution deal, but it was like 500 million, and that's for Drake. So for Saint, I don't know.
And changing, and independent artist has been thriving. So with that, even being with an independent company, I just think that, again, we weren't having the best relationships going into that. You know, we was on our last album, but again, the way it was handled with the success we had, it just didn't make any sense to me. Whether them doing it as business or doing it because of a color thing, whatever it is, you know, it didn't sit right with us.
All I know is that Saint, you are independent. I don't know what's going on with your album now. Hopefully we get it soon. It's been about 3 months now that it's been delayed, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm really waiting for you, Saint. I know it's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, let's get that album. I'm probably gonna be doing another Utopia update soon. The last one was very fun. I did the whole live stream and everything with you guys, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been Daniel, and sayonara.